Tam Shri Chaitanya Prabhu Vande Nityananda Savitam Shri Nandananda Vande Shri Radhika Charanadvayam Gopijana Samayukta Pranavana Manoram Shri Garavya Nityananda Shri Vaita Chandra Gadadhara Shivasti Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So this is Vyasa Purnima, Guru Purnima 2026. We're in Radhakund Dham in Madan Gopal Temple, Mahanta the temple of Sri Haridas, Haricharan Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhagavad Acharya, Diksha Guru of the way to Parivar. So on this day, of course, it's a day of gratitude, a day of remembrance, a day of submission, a day of reconfirmation, a day of introspection, a day of prayer and hope. So one thing we devoted disciple, Jai Madan Gopal Ki Jai, Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. One practice a devotee can do to increase their loving bondage with Gurudev, we call it Guru Shishya Prem Sambandha. Guru Shishya Prem Sambandha, the bondage of love between Guru and disciple. So on this particular day, is a day I was thinking what to talk about, so I thought I listed 10 points that I can, the idea that a disciple can sometimes can do the same thing I did. Sit down with a paper or your telephone or whatever you take notes with and write down gifts that I got from my Guru. What gifts did my Guru give me? Just like it's your birthday and you give some idea or a hint to your mother and father what you want for a present. And then when their birthday comes, you see what gifts you get and what gifts you don't get. So let's begin. I said the first gift that Guru Dev gave me is mantra. Not the Hare Krishna mantra because that's free everywhere. But Diksha mantras. Diksha mantras means Gopal mantra, Kam Gayatri. These are Diksha mantras. And what do these do? These mantras, they elevate us, they purify us, but ultimately they give us darshan of Krishna. So what's the proof of that? We had Bhagavatamrita, the story of Gopakumar. Gopakumar got 8 solo Gopal mantra, and he chanted the mantra. He hardly ever saw his Guru, but 1 or 2 times. Had few minutes association his whole life. And similarly, by chanting Gopal Diksha mantra, he had darshan of Krishna, who went to the spiritual world. So that's the power of Gopal mantra. So Gurudev gave me a mantra by which I can go to the spiritual world and have darshan of Krishna. Darshan of Krishna may come in this sadhaka roop, in this form as a disciple. I can have darshan of Krishna. I can also enter the spiritual world in this form through meditation. And when I give up the body as a sadhana siddha, I'll go directly to the spiritual world and be with Krishna and serve Krishna. So that's a great gift. Gurudev gave me a ticket to the spiritual world. What is the ticket? Gopal mantra, Diksha mantra. That's a big gift. Who in the material world can give you a better gift than that? So that's a matchless, incomparable, astonishing, immeasurable gift. So we have to thank and be grateful to the Guru for that gift. He gave me a ticket to the spiritual world, a ticket to see God. Mantra. Second gift I mentioned here The Gurudev personally Sri Guru personally shows me and shows us how to live a Radha Krishna centered life. In other words, Gurudev is a living, tangible example in front of us of someone who lives for Radha Krishna, thinks for Radha Krishna, speaks about Radha Krishna, and maybe worships them and lives with them in the temple. And he's every day, every minute, he has no mother, he has no father, he has no brother, he has no wife, he has no kids, he has no work, he has no business. He's only with Radha and Krishna throughout the day. So he's showing you that someone can live only with Radha and Krishna. And he's also showing by this idea, showing how to live in connection with Radha and Krishna, and showing that dependence on Radha and Krishna. That Radha and Krishna are my maintainer. Because the Gurudev has a life, he has a life behind him. He had 50 years, like Gurudev, Pandit Sri Krishna Das Babaji, he lived in Vrindavan for 80 years, 1940 to 2019. That's 80 years. And he never had a shortage. He always had a roof over his head. He always had clothing. He always had food. He always had friends. He always had happiness and peace. So you see that, and he just depended fully on Krishna. Because we talk about bhakti and people practice bhakti, they have so many doubts and so many hesitations and what's going to happen during the future. I remember when I was in San Francisco in 1976, selling books on the street, selling Bhagavad Gita on the sidewalk. And a guy came up to me, I told this before a few times, and said, "How old are you?" I said, "I'm 25 years old." He said, "Do you have insurance?" I said, "No." "Do you have a bank account?" I said, "No." Do you have any retirement fund or any pension in your workplace? You sell books, you must work for ISKCON. ISKCON has any medical insurance, any pension? I said, "Nothing." And he said, "What are you going to do when you're 50 years old?" I said, "I can do the same thing I do now." I said, "Hare Krishna." And Krishna will take care. And then he finished his talk. I said, "The only difference between you and you're a human being, I'm a human being. The only difference between you and me is I have faith in God and you don't. You have faith in money. Your money is your faith. Your money, your investments, your insurance. You think the insurance policy is insurance against disease and old age and death and cover all your accidents. I have faith in Krishna, he'll do all that. He'll take care of my accidents, he'll take care, and Krishna proved it throughout my life. I've been to so many doctors, and every single doctor gave me free treatment. Free M-scan, free hospitalization, everywhere. I have 52 years, I'm just depending on Krishna. I've seen so many doctors, been in hospitals, been 4 days in hospital, and all the bills were paid by Krishna. So, what do we need more? So the third gift the Guru gives, he gives emotional support. We say, Rupa Goswami, I got my handkerchief out of my bag, black bag. Rupa Goswami, it's in the zipper pocket. Rupa Goswami describes what is association. Sajati snigdasha satovare. He said you should associate with someone who has snigda. Snigda means sneha. Sneha means affection. That the Guru emanates love. What kind of love? Sant Goswami in Hari Bhakti Vilas, he describes that the Guru is the ultimate father, an ultimate mother, because the Guru is the embodiment of Vatsalya Rati, Vatsalya Bhav. He's like the best possible father and the best possible mother. Because all he does is give gifts and give love and never spanks you.
Yes.
Sometimes he spanks you. He's, with words, not sticks. So, in other words, when you can't turn, sometimes, actually, when I say the Guru gives emotional support as the third gift the Guru gives, or that's the fourth. Oh, I skipped the third one. That's the fourth. Anyway, it's the third one now. He gives emotional support because the word support is very important. Because most devotees, they practice bhakti alone. Because bhajan is solitary. It's called ekanta bhajan. Ekanta, ekanta, is that right? It's solitary. Ekadmi, ekanta is just by yourself. And so we don't get much encouragement. We don't get much support from our mother, father, business, even sister, brother sometimes. So all we have to turn to is Guru. So Guru should always be available and feel a personal connection with the disciple to give that emotional support. So half the time, in other words, Gurudev is operating on two planes. He's operating on an intellectual plane and emotional plane. The Gurudev is ambassador of intelligence and ambassador of love. Because it's love, it's the energy that keeps your intelligence fixed in bhakti. The intelligence kind of wavers and gets kind of scattered sometimes, and the only thing that anchors the intelligence is the heart. Anchor is below the boat. Anchor goes below the boat into the ocean on the ocean floor. That's what keeps the boat from running around, floating away. So Gurudev is that anchor. So the emotion is going to be a good kirtan leader, like his mother. His mother's got a big voice also. You know. So the fourth gift that the Guru gives is he teaches the principles of bhakti sadhana. Because he teaches Bhagavatam, he teaches Gita, he teaches Bhakti Sandarbha, he teaches devotees how to chant, he writes books about it, he teaches devotees about Dham Tattva, he writes books about it. He teaches how to chant Gayatri mantras and Diksha mantras, he writes books about it. We get started talking sometimes. Sometimes people come and ask me questions, I didn't read this first, come back next week. I had trouble with my chanting. Did you read my 300-page book about how to chant Hare Krishna? No, I did not. Take 2 of these, come back after a week. Like a doctor, So he teaches the principles of devotion. Guru means teacher. There are some gurus that only give diksha. But they don't teach because they're Bhajanandis, so they appoint some disciple to give shiksha on their behalf, or direct disciples to someone else. But according to Shastra, the definition, true guru is a teacher. Because Krishna in Gita, he says, you want to learn the truth, what does he say? Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevya Upadekshanti Tega and Jnananas Tattva Darshana. So he defines the Guru in the last 4th line. Jnananas Tattva Darshana. He knows the Tattva, he's seen the truth, and he knows the truth. So he's knowledgeable, and so he's a teacher. Every Guru is a teacher, because he's representing Krishna. Whenever Krishna comes in every avatar, he teaches. Nrsimha taught, Ram taught, Krishna taught, Chaitanya taught. So Guru's Shrayamabhijaniya, he's a representative of Krishna, so Guru should be a teacher. So the 4th gift that Guru gives is teaching. Teaching and clarification of the teaching. We ask so many questions. Pari Prashnena means asking questions to the Guru. Gurudev read Bhagavatam, this question, what does this mean? And the Guru, by the mercy of his Guru and Krishna, gives the answer, which satisfies the mind and heart of the disciple. Generally, a true disciple, will find full satisfaction from hearing from the Guru. As Krishna says in 9th chapter of Gita, Machita Matkata Prana, Bodhiyantas Prasra, Katayantas Samamnicha, Tushanti Cha Ramanti Cha. Tushanti means mind and intelligence, Ramanti means heart. Tushanti means satisfaction. My mind is settled. I got my answer to my question. My mind is settled. My mind is peaceful. My mind is encouraged. My mind is enthused. But what Ramanti means heart. My heart is enlivened. I feel joyful. When I used to go to hear Harikatha from my Gurudev, Pandit Shri Krishna, when I went out of I came in on the ground. When I left, I was flying. When I left his sadhu sangha, his class, or personal darshan, I spent an hour or two asking my question alone with him. When I came in and walking on the ground, I went out flying in the sky because I was so thrilled and so happy and so energized by his Harikatha. And because I felt full Tushanti and full Ramanti, I didn't look anywhere else. My ears are satisfied. If your belly is full by your mother's hand, you don't go across the street begging for roti.
Yes.
Got what I said?
Yes, sir.
Your belly is full by your mother's hand, you don't go across the street and beg a roti. So your guru is your mother, your father, everything. So your belly gets full by your guru. You don't have to go anywhere, you just go to sleep. You eat a big meal, then you go to sleep. Okay, that's fifth gift of Guru, is he establishes a personal connection with Krishna and especially Srimati Radharani. This is the very definition of Diksha. Bhakti Sandarbha, Anushade 283, Jiva Goswami says, he defines Diksha. He says, two kinds of knowledge are given at Diksha. Bhagavat Srup Gyan, Bhagavat Sambandha Gyan, and Bhagavat Srup Vishesh Gyan. So he gets knowledge about Krishna, Bhagavan, and he gets specific knowledge. Vishesh means specific knowledge about your Srup in relation to Bhagavan. Bhagavat Srup Vishesh Gyan. You got a little confused. Sambandha Vishesh. Sambandha Vishesh. Bhagavat Sambandha. Sambandha means relationship. You get specific relationship, knowledge about your relationship with Krishna. So that's the gift. How does that take shape? It begins, the basic relationship is Sri Vyasarabhaya Krishna Nityadas. We're all servants of Krishna. So Gurudev establishes the relationship with Krishna by putting the Seva Vasa in your heart. Seva Vasa means Bhakti Lata Bija. He puts the seed of devotion in your heart, and that increases, inspires, and instigates the life of Seva to Krishna and Radharani. So that's the fifth gift. It's personal, establishes a personal connection with Krishna through Seva, identity and practical Seva, and with Radharani, especially Radharani. And that becomes revealed, that knowledge becomes revealed when the Guru gives you Siddha Diksha. He says, this is your spiritual Srupa in the spiritual world, this is your Seva. Now you're cleaning the dishes, washing a temple, but there you're painting Radharani's toenails, or brushing her hair, or whatever, helping her cook, or taking care of her clothing, or whatever, or designing outfits for her, jewelry for her. So, anyway, no problem. So I don't have anything. Anyway, so that's the fifth gift of the Guru. Establishes a personal connection with Krishna, especially Radharani. The guru-disciple relationship is transformative. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Transform means what I am today, I won't be tomorrow. What I am tomorrow, I won't be next week. What I started in life, how I started in life when I was born, won't be how I end my life when I die. So I gave the analogy of a caterpillar. It's like a little worm guy with a bunch of legs and fur on his back. He crawls around the leaves and branches. He eventually makes a house in the trees. It's called a cocoon, caterpillar cocoon. And he metamorphoses, yes, he goes through metamorphosis. Morph means form, meta means change, or go across. So he changes his form from a caterpillar to a patanga, butterfly. So that's the transformative. So Gurudev established is going to transform me, turn me from a caterpillar to a butterfly. By his mercy, by his teaching, and by the touch of bhakti. So that's the sixth gift. The seventh gift is the Guru as a teacher is an acharya. Acharya comes from achar. Achar means behavior, example, conduct, etiquette, manners, respect, and all the good qualities of a cultured human being. So Gurudev, he's a role model for a disciple. Like one time, one disciple, I asked him, I said, what is your aim in life? You're a disciple. And this is about 2012, about 15 years ago, 16 years ago, disciple. And thank you. I said, what is your goal in life? They said, I want to be like you. I said, that's not a good idea. They said, you should want to become Radharani's maidservant. I said, yeah, later, but... Okay, that's later, but that's not going to happen right tomorrow. That might take a few lifetimes. But I want to become like you now in this life. I said, what is me? How do you see me? He went on to say all crazy things and stuff, which I won't repeat. So I said, but the idea is that the Gurudev is supposed to be a role model. You know, he's humble, he's tolerant, because we want, what do kids do?
Follow the father.
They follow the father and mother, but they watch them.
Yeah.
They listen. Like if you're always telling your husband you're a jerk, it's the first word the kid's going to say, jerk. You say, your father will say, father asks, how do you got that word? I heard it from your mother, from your wife all the time, calling you a jerk. So kids are always watching the father and learning. So what do disciples watch? But, oh, look, he's stuffing his face. Look, he's sleeping all the time. You can't hide it, like, you don't have any secret rooms or anything, The disciples come in your room, come in your ashram, they come in your bedroom and everything. I was like, there's no private space. I used to have classes before the veranda. We didn't have the idea to have on the veranda. We thought it was too hot, too cold. So I had classes in my house, and people were sitting in my room next to my bed, looking all. I said, "Oh, look, guys are all looking around my room. God, it's so dirty. All these spider webs and everything." And people look under my bed. Oh, he doesn't speak the word. It was really embarrassing. Couldn't hide anything in the closet. It was really wild. People were sitting in the kitchen. That was really, So I said, this got to change. So it was like 5-6 years in the house. It's getting great. It's like a drama actor. Okay, so the Gurudev acts as a role model for the disciple. That's the 7th one. 8th one, the Gurudev embodies the ideal. He shows what an ideal devotee is, so that gives hope and encouragement to disciples. This bhakti is so difficult. I've been a devotee for 5 years. I can't take it anymore. Getting up early, chanting all this japa, it's so difficult. But wait a minute, Gurudev's been doing this for 52 years. I'm not even 40 years old. Before I was born, I was in diapers and he took sannyas. Where was I? Where was he? I was in Moscow in diapers. He was in Mayapur getting a danda. So he could do it all this, I can do it. So the Guru becomes a role model. The 8th one is embodiment of ideal of a disciple and devotee. 9th quality. He helps the disciple develop strong inner divine life. Inner divine life. So the Gurudev is always accessible, always personally involved with the disciple and encouraging them and helps them develop their internal life. And he always emphasizes the internal, it's not so much external things that you're doing or trying to do. So many rounds and so much job. The important thing is inner purity and mental peace and attitude. What is your software? It's more important than your hardware. Like a computer may be old and broken, but you may have a new hard drive in it. You may have a lot of RAM in it, and so it really works good, but it looks like crap. It's all changed the inside. It's called software. Has a very fast program and all this stuff. So Gurudev this 9th one is that he gave me the gift of helping me develop my inner devotion. The true me, the true essence of the reality of bhakti sadhana is devotion, is attitude, is mentality. It's not about external show, big neck beads, big java beads, that's all show, it's drama. But what are you made of inside? Is there really devotion in your heart? Is devotion taking root in your mind? Is humility and love for everyone and seva bhav developing inside your mind and heart? The inner development is more important. Well, it's an important part of a tree. It's not what you see. It's the roots. The roots are the most important part of the tree, not the trunk, not the leaves. The roots. If the roots are rotten, everything dies. So Gurudev is more concerned with the inner development. So the gift that Gurudev gave me is inner development. He taught me how to feel. Bhakti is about feeling, not about thinking. Bhakti operates from here, not from here. But there has to be a bridge between here and here, between intellect and heart. That's where Gita and Bhagavatam come into play. Daily studying of Gita and Bhagavatam make a bridge between the heart and the mind. So that's why every guru will always emphasize to the disciple to daily study Gita and Bhagavatam. Without that, there's no bridge connecting the mind with the heart. If it's all heart, you fail. If it's all mind, you fail. So Gurudev establishes that inner being, which is the Atma. If you're only operating on your mind and senses and body, you're not going to make it. You have to enter deep into the Atma. It's called developing inner life. So Gurudev gave me the gift of developing my inner life. And so that's what Guru gives. So that's the 9th one. He helps the disciple develop strong inner divine life. Grounded in faith, humility, study, seva, hope, meditation, chanting, and worship. This is the basic ground of inner life. If any of these departments are weak, your inner life is weak. And your outward expression of devotion is also weak. I'll repeat again. The 9th gift of Gurudev is he helps the disciple develop strong inner divine life, grounded in faith, shraddha, humility, dainya, study, swadhyaya, seva, hope, asha, meditation, dhyan, chanting, japa, kirtan, and worship, puja, archana. 10th gift of Guru. The Gurudev gave me a personal spiritual presence. It's a very significant point. Just like why are mandirs important? Mandirs give the personal presence of Bhagavan. You go in the mandir, you turn your head around, you'll see Krishna. There they are, right, looking at us. Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Madan Gopal, Giraj, Gopal Baba, and another Radha Krishna. So mandirs give us a chance to see the spiritual reality, to see the goal of life, and to see our lovers, our worshipful Ishtadevata, Ishtadevi. Ishtadevata Sham, Ishtadevi Radharani. So Gurudev, he gave me the gift of his personal presence. Whenever I'm feeling low, whenever I'm feeling down, I go to Gurudev, he gets uplifted. I love uplifting. I was talking to someone on the phone, a disciple, and they told me afterwards, they said, oh, I felt good after I talked to you. I felt better. I felt happier. So this is the contribution. Like we say, ATM, what does that mean to you? Money. Anytime money, right? So Gurudev, the 10th gift, which is the end of this lecture, 10th gift, Gurudev provides a personal spiritual presence, individual encouragement to guide the disciple through life. So many people come to me and ask questions. I used to go, I always ask questions. Whenever I would go to a spiritual personality, I visited many Gaudiya Math sannyasis, many Babajis when I lived in Vrindavan, because it's full of Babajis and sannyasis. I had a piece of paper in my pocket, I'd take it out, it was all full, and I'd open it up. So I would have a tape recorder, in the old days. And I would ask questions and get answers. And so that Guru is giving his personal presence and encouraging me by giving me satsang. So that's a great gift. The presence of saints in this world is a great gift. So my Gurudev, he would be in Barsana. I would go to Barsana to meet him. And he would be in Govindakund, I go to Govindakund. He'd be here sometimes in Rodhika. He was sometimes in Gwalior Mandir, Krishna Sarovar, 1990 in old days. I go over there and meet him. So his personal presence was like a lighthouse. On the coastline of every country of the world, there's lighthouses giving light into the ocean, bright light. So boats can see that light and know there's a harbor there. There's a beach there. This light is this harbor in Calcutta, Cochin, Boston, London, or whatever, different harbors around the world, Bombay, Calcutta. So Gurudev is that personal presence, is like a beacon in the dark Kali Yuga. We always go there. So that's a great gift that he's given. He gave me access to him. Anytime I can go ask him questions, and anytime I can get encouragement personally. That's why we crack our heads in lamentation when the Guru leaves the world, because that gift is gone. We can't go meet him. We can meet him internally in his lectures and stuff, but that divine presence in it, sitting at the feet of Guru and seeing him and seeing his bhav and feeling his bhav, that's rare. That's a great gift. So I'll close my discussion on the glories of Guru with his 10 points, which are 10 great gifts of Guru. So you can write down on a piece of paper what are your particular gifts you got from your Guru. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.